everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm your instructor Joy. Thank you very much for your continued support. I really appreciate. So today's video will be an answer to a subscriber. This violinist was wondering whether I could give a tip or tips in how one could reduce the anxiety in playing in public or in general stage fright. Very good question. We all have that kind of certain level of anxiety or certain level of nervousness, and that's normal. If you play that one right, just a right amount of stress can actually boost our motivation and actually make us better, but it has been a certain balance. So I'm going to give you 5 tips that would help you to reduce your anxiety and so that you can perform the best and showing all your level of skills. Because sooner or later we have to perform in front of people or in live or nowadays there's a lot of video submission for video auditions or for the competition, things like that. It goes for both ways. Number 1, breathe. Breathing plays an important role. We think it's only singers, they need to know how to breathe, or the wind players, but it's as important as for the string player. You know, the main reason that we feel more anxious or more nervous is we're holding our breathing and we're not breathing, and we're only doing the very short quick breath like this, and then we're making our body tense before we actually play that one. It's very important to learn how to breathe. This one has to be done within your practicing session. You can start simply just when you start warming up. When you go down bow, just general guidance. It has to be more specific, but generally speaking, when you go down, you exhale, you breathe out. When you go up, you inhale, breathe in. You can start with an open string, breathe out, breathe in. And simply by bringing oxygen to your body, you have higher chance to relax your body in general. And you can incorporate with your repertoire pieces or just simple warming up. Let's say if I warm up with Shraddy, as I go down, I breathe out and go up, and then up. So this one has to be incorporated within your daily practice. That's the first one. Number 2, imagine yourself being in the scene where you will be performing, whether it's in a hall, in a chamber hall, or a video recording session. You have to imagine yourself being there. The best way is if you could actually have that kind of experience before the actual D-Day, but often that's not possible. When you're playing in a new hall, you may or may not be able to even have a time to sound check, or if you have to go recording session in a different studio, that's again one. But the power of mind is greater than we think. So imagine yourself being in the condition that you will be performing, whether it's a large hall, recording session, or if you're playing for a competition in front of juries or in front of your teacher even. Imagine yourself that one, and that way you're mentally preparing that one. The power of mind is great. If you play it right, it can play well for you. I had a teacher, several teachers give advices. One of them were saying, well, just close your eyes, don't look anything, and then you're going to be fine. Or some other professors were saying, pick one person in the audience and play for this particular person, and then you will be fine. For me, what it worked was just imagining the condition that I will be on, and just get familiar mentally what it would be. And then just actual preparation for actual condition worked the best. And even if I open my eyes here and there, then I go back to my my prepared mental image that I've been practicing along. That helped me the best. Third one, pick the proper repertoire. It's very important to pick a repertoire piece or performing piece that is challenging enough to make you to improve, but it should not be overly challenging. So, and the other way goes too, if it should not be overly easy either. So here is where professional advice would be helpful. The goal should be reachable, but yet it makes you, challenges you enough to get better with the techniques and musical work. If it's too hard, what we end up doing is we're just playing same mistakes, same wrong playing over and over, and we get familiar with that one, and then that's where the danger lies. And but the other way is also true. If you're playing only simple piece, we get an idea thinking, oh, actually I don't have to work that hard, I can just play it like that. But then we get a habit of playing it without much preparation, which will limit us. So it is very important to pick the right repertoire that is challenging enough but also possible to achieve. And once you that one, and then it's easy to prepare, and you kind of know what you're after. Number 4, have a healthy practicing routine. Now, it is true that one has to know how to play slowly. Slow practicing is very important, but when you get closer to the performance, one has to alternate slow practice with fast practicing. Slow practicing is important which will allow us to go step by step, seeing every single moment, and then see where the work has to be done, and we work on it. But ultimately, we have to know how to do it in performance tempo. It's especially important when you're playing fast piece. Just like if you want to go for a marathon, or if you want to know how to go fast from point A to point B, if you want to know how to run fast, you have to practice running. By walking slowly, you may know how to move your limbs, arms and legs properly, but you are actually never practicing the running itself. Same thing goes with the performance. If you want to know how to play fast tempo or a combination of difficult coordination, you have to practice that as performance, but not only slower, alternating. Now then you're wondering, but I can't play that one fast, that's why I practice. So this is where you have to pick extra step. Yes, you have to do it slowly, but when you play in performance tempo, performance coordination, you have to make a really small sections. It could be as small as just 3 or 4 notes. Difficult passage, a little before, a little after transition would be the ideal. But you have to play just like you would do performance tempo, performance way. And then you take many little small sections and you put them together. And how you get that one? Just imagine yourself, you want to know how to run fast from point A from point B. It may be hard to run all at once, but you train yourself running fast in small sections and gradually increase that one. That's the same concept. My tip 5 is tackle or face your fear. Meaning, when you start practicing, all of us, we want to start practicing easier part because it's nicer and pleasant, and I understand, I'm totally with you. But when you start practicing, after warming up, after your body is warmed up, the first thing that you should start practicing should be the hardest one first, the most uncomfortable, the one that we feel uneasy with. That's the one that you should practice first and spend your fresh brain first with the most time, most attention, and at the end of the practicing, you can play something easy, so you wrap up with the practicing in a nice mood. Yeah. So I hope these 5 tips are helpful, but nevertheless, it's one should always learn to perform in front of others, because sooner or later we have to play for some people, either for our loving families or for people, and it's an important skill that you should start learning as soon as possible. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful and hope to see you again. Bye bye.